Real quick, I wanted to make a video for you explaining what we did today in class on Tuesday, August 25th. So if you go to our Google Classroom and third period, yours looks just like this. It's set up the same way. It's just for third period. First things first is have you set up an appointment with me for your 5-minute conference with me where I can get to know you better. You can get to know me better. If there's any questions or anything like that, we can address them there. If you click that link, it will send you to a calendar and you can sign up for a time. Please do that. If you look at your agenda, you click on your agenda, you'll see this. I do need to take up your learning styles. Make sure that you've turned that in. Every single person needs to turn that in to me ASAP. First period's got pretty much everybody turned in. Third period has quite a few people that still need to do it. So if you scroll on down in our agenda, the learning target for today is how can we use what we know about the scientific inquiry, scientific method, to answer problems. So we're getting ready to talk about scientific method. That's going to be our first official unit. So if you look at the vocabulary specifically, that looks like this. Your vocabulary is an interactive slide presentation. It's called a vocabulary deck, slide deck. This is your Frayer model that you're going to use for each one of these. I've done the first one for you. So your observation, which is also stating the problem, is in your Frayer map. The definition is one that I came up with. You don't copy something from a website. You don't copy something from quizzes. You look at the definition and write your own words. You have to write your own words. There is a feature where I can grade these that lets me know if you plagiarized something, if you copied something. So make sure you use your own words. After your definition, you're going to go to your facts and characteristics about it. The observation and stating the problem is the first step in the scientific method. And it should always be in a sentence format with a question mark at the end. I need to add that in there. Written as a question. Okay, then if you go around clockwise, the examples or illustrations, an observation that I wrote down is if I go outside and I start my car and it won't start. I'm observing that it won't start. I also turn the key in the ignition. The engine still won't turn over, but it is a clicking sound. There is a clicking sound to it. All of that's the observation. Stating the problem is, why won't my car start? Question mark. So that's what you put for examples and illustrations. You could put a picture there. You could put a recording in there. If you wanted to go to Kazam that we used yesterday, you could put a recording in there and record your voice saying this. That's fine with me. And you have to be able to use it in a sentence. When I'm trying to reason through a problem scientifically, I start with the first part, which is observing and then stating the problem so that I know how to design my experiment, which is the next part of the scientific method. So I did the first one for you, and you needed to do 3 more of these. You could pick whichever ones you wanted to do, but you needed to do 3 more of these tonight. And I gave you a quizzes that you can use to help you study these so that you know the definitions. You could use it as a reference for your definition for it, or just to play with them. Remember that 3 of them were due tonight. You're going to talk about them tomorrow. We're going to finish the rest of them tomorrow. If you have any questions, let me know.